And here we are, once again, in the studio, a newly formed studio, a new look. We've gone for Freedy. Can you tell a quick story behind it before we introduce the guest? Like, what was the go?
I just got shit-faced the other night by myself, and when I get blind, I do weird things.
Any inspiration from anywhere? Or?
No, I just thought that there was too many couches.
Casting couch?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That was one of them. Yeah, because it's always just the one at the end.
Yeah.
But usually it's only dudes on the show, but... You know, any hole's a goal. But the other couch in the shop was a bit too much, and I was thinking we usually have 3, and if there's a 4th, we can definitely squeeze it in when it's winter, not like this fucking oven that we're sitting in. But I can always sit back here as well. So I just thought, and then I can zoom in on you guys, and it looks more legit. So that was the thoughts behind that.
Well done. Like, you're just going off on your own little tangent on the piss. I like it. Yeah. See, when I'm on the piss, I usually just...
piss yourself?
Piss my bed and annoy everyone that I know. So at least you're doing something positive for the community. Well, any given Monday community anyway.
That's right. And we got the 2 Italians in here.
Yeah, a couple of wog guests, you know. Filthy stinking wogs.
I don't think wogs like being called wogs, eh?
It's not the 60s, bro. They got over that ages ago.
Right,
no, got a couple of representatives from the Italian fucking 9 side that went to Cabramatta on the weekend. And, Big Chop Don Biondi and Fat Guts over here, Joe Adams. So
get them mixed around, I think. Dominic the Croissant Biondi.
How are we, boys?
Mate,
how's your weekend?
You've been moving like a slug lately, so it's all good.
And also, if people don't know, you guys are brothers, and who fucks better and has got the bigger dick?
Come on.
I think.
Well, they used to call him the Greyhound because he was all dick and ribs.
Yeah, but that's only because he fucks real fast as well.
Yeah.
Well, I'll dick like a needle, fuck like a sewing machine. You know, just fucking play it out.
Like, why did they, 8 Mile, why they call you B-Rabbit? Because I'm fucking fast, like to fuck a lot?
Yeah, but so we got old Greyhound over here, dick and ribs, and we had another Nines tournament, and we come back with the lasagna smasher. You want to let us know about that story, Jolly? Or?
Nah, that was just Timmy Tupou making shit up, eh?
Oh, okay.
What does it mean, the lasagna smasher?
Oh, just we're fucking mucking around at training one night, and one of the boys asked what was for dinner. Sophie on a silver platter. I said, "Nah, lasagna, just a sloppy." And Timmy Tupou called me lasagna smasher.
Yeah. That's a good nickname. Well,
it's good because he's got the girth to go with it. I've seen it. Yeah. Speaking of which, you probably seen me a fair bit over the weekend.
So I don't think 15 minutes ago. I think, like, have you ever heard that saying, Freddie? If you don't have the naked wind.
If you don't have a naked window neighbour, then you're probably the naked window neighbour.
Yeah.
So
Dom is the fucking naked window.
Oh, yeah. Joel and I were sitting out in front of his place about 20 minutes ago when we picked him up, and we watched him run from his upstairs bathroom through the house, down the stairs, in through pretty much every window on the front of his house.
You know that episode of The Simpsons where the fucking helicopter comes down, shine the light in, and Homer's in the shower? Yeah. Sort of look like Dom running around like Homer Simpson.
He grabs the shower curtain, doesn't
he? Wraps himself, it gives him sexual powers or something.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And then we do believe he also gives himself power. He's in the oven. It's the turkey in the oven rotating. They go to like fucking heat.
Radiation.
Yeah.
Oh, Simpsons the best on Homer was when he wore that moo when he got real fat. He wore that big floral moo for the whole episode.
Is that little thing tapping a button?
Yeah.
Why?
It worked.
He's like, I'm not there yet. Then Bart's like, towel rack, Dad. And he's like, oh, jeez, oh, God.
Yeah, picks it up off the rack, eh?
Yeah. So boys,
what about when like Simpsons porn comes up on Pornhub and shit? I'm always like, yep, Marge.
That's got to be a fetish. It's got to be like an anime. There you go.
Oh, but she's smoking. Marge was like when she got her hair wet and it came down.
Yeah,
they've actually just.
That's when
What about that job when they accidentally gave her a fucking tit job? Remember that?
Yeah. Oh man.
And they actually just brought out that meme. It was like, when you're looking at the Pornhub and it's like, you can't last longer than 5 seconds for these games. It's like some dude trying to fuck a dragon or something. It's like, what? Who's playing these games?
That's him, bro.
No, because it's behind a paywall. So I always get to the paywall. I'm like, fuck, I can't afford $19 a month to watch this shit. I've already got 2 OnlyFans going. So, Jesus Christ.
Have you got your own OnlyFans?
No,
or no.
Okay. We're going to start Any Given Mondays OnlyFans, and everyone who comes in here, we just take fucking dick pics of them.
But yeah.
And just spin it so you can't can't tell who it is.
Yeah,
It's
So
like a
when's
roulette.
Mike Little on the show?
Yeah, no. So
he
it's
he
more
could
like
have
a-
an OnlyFans.
He could.
Right,
Yeah.
It's more like
I mean,
a-
Jolie's not far behind. Like
Okay.
it's not really a competition
No, we take.
because no one can compete with that. Like
That's
Fats
the
is
thing.
just
This is my theory anyway.
you know how
we
Fats
take a
marks the
photo.
lines, eh?
We take a
Just walks down
photo of every cock that comes in here, and then we play pin the cock on the guest. We got all the photos there on OnlyFans and put all the faces. People can have a fucking carnival game here.
We
Good, eh?
What, we're gonna
Fucking hectic.
But
People
have our own nines
telling
tournament.
So,
Just dick pics.
If you haven't been, have you subscribed to anyone on OnlyFans?
No.
I did it for a bit of research, but that research was to get my dick out, then masturbate. But with the OnlyFans, it's paywall behind paywall behind paywall.
Yeah.
So you sign up. So just say out of a hat, Ava Adams. So
Out of a hat.
Ava Adams,
Is
right?
that a like,
Who's that?
searched or is that?
There's another one that I jumped on, Jill Hardner.
Yeah,
I
she's a German chick,
I
yeah.
found her through.
I don't know who she is.
Yeah. So yeah. So, but anyway, Ava. So what they do is you pay like $10, and they'll say we'll give you a month of our OnlyFans to trial for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not for free, for $10 for a month, and then if you don't cancel, they'll just keep continuing the month. But what they do is their OnlyFans is like a feed, like an Instagram feed, and they'll just put whatever photos they want up, but then they'll DM you, but they DM everyone that is subscribed to them. And if you want to see, you want to watch me squirt, tip me $19,
Yeah.
and then you get to see that
They
video.
were the smart one to just
So
extras,
it's
extras.
which
They're
you
fucking
think,
dodgy
you'd
bitches.
think
Yeah.
like, look,
So
we
you
get
gotta
it
pay
free
to
on
look at
Pornhub.
the rubbish shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there
Fuck
are
did you pay for that?
Exactly.
So you
Because
pay
if-
to look at their Instagram page,
Yeah, pretty
and
much.
then
Pretty
But if
much.
you
suck you in.
But the problem is, if
That's
you don't
fucking
pay for the
GL.
Instagram page first, they don't even give you the fucking opportunity to kick on those
But
extra
but
pages.
a lot of them say also that they make a lot of their money by guys will like send their dick pics in and go rate my dick, so it's like a personal message, you know. Yeah.
I'm getting the vibe here that you've done it.
No, I haven't, because I don't want a 1 out of 10 rating. So.
Yeah. They're still waiting for the dick pic. They're
Ask
like,
a
what's
stupid
that?
question, get a stupid answer. You know?
That's a nice clit, bro.
I think you need a tit job though, girl. But anyway, so Cabramatta. So not too hot this time.
Oh, mate.
No,
we,
it wasn't. No.
Yeah, well, the boys down there, like the locals, they complained a fair bit. about
Yeah,
the
it's a
heat.
bit of
I
windy
mean,
going on.
during like the standard, 12 till 2, you get grilled. We all got fucking suntans. It was great. But I didn't think it was that hot, eh?
It wouldn't have even been 30 degrees.
Yeah, the
Typical
humidity
Sydney
wasn't
side
that
as well.
bad. Whereas we got off the plane and it hit you, straight.
Mm.
As soon as you got off the tarmac, it didn't get 10 meters out,
Yeah.
and it was just
Could have something to do
Sticky.
with the ringing headaches we had too.
oh.
Did you drink the night before as well?
No.
No. Yeah. Did Roddy go down?
No,
No,
right.
no.
He's saving himself for this weekend. He's going down for his Uruguay clash with Brazil
that's
this
right,
weekend.
Yeah,
So
fucking Uruguay. Yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah, right. When are they playing?
they're playing this weekend in Liverpool somewhere against Brazil, Uruguay.
You
I
just
didn't-
reminded me too, by the way, just where you said Liverpool, where we stayed was the Mercure Hotel in Liverpool.
yeah.
Yeah.
And underneath it is the Liverpool Catholic Club. Gambling is a sin, am I wrong?
No,
Yeah,
no,
well-
he's right.
well, yeah,
That's
gambling-
one of the
Gambling is a
sins.
sin. This fucking joint
So's
had
fucking
150 fucking pokies in it.
Gambling
In the
may be a
Liverpool
sin,
Catholic Club.
but
Yeah.
Kish is a difference.
And I'd like to-
they
I'd
all-
like
they
to-
all- they all- yeah.
I'd like to give him a shout out too because I robbed him of about $450.
Yeah.
Cheers, Liverpool Catholic Club.
Yeah, no, they did. Oh, mate, we walked in there and it was like kind of like a level at the casino, like just poking. The only thing
Yeah,
I was
and-
pissed off, the keno was done.
Any
We
you ever
ordered
been
too
to a
late. It was
pub?
2 a.m. and they turned the keno off.
Yeah.
The
We
fuck?
went
Yeah, I was
to
heads and
this
tails all day.
Fucking like leagues club sort of style thing. What was it called? That joint where we trained on Friday? The Marconi Club.
Yeah, Marconi Club.
This big WOG club in Sydney.
Yeah.
It's like a soccer field, couple of footy fields,
More soccer fields.
full of WOG.
Yeah.
Have you ever been
Massive
to a leagues
kitchen.
club with a fucking roulette table?
Oh,
No.
that's tight.
I'd like to give a shout out to them too because I won $600 off that.
I didn't
thing.
realize they had a roulette. So you left me to eat pizza by myself, and you went and fucking played roulette without me.
Well, I told you I was going to poke
we
you.
might
with
need
it.
to
Yeah, you
take
said
it
you're
up.
going to poke him. I don't like slapping the Bricky's laptop every day.
We might have to take it up with our fucking superiors. Mike Little, where the fuck's our roulette table?
Yeah, with the
Put one at Whack Mickey there.
We had so you were obviously the last game. So when you finish up, like 6 or 7 at Cabra.
Yeah.
with the second last game. No, because there was a forfeit or something happened and we ended
Yeah.
up playing earlier.
Okay.
We originally was
Yeah.
supposed to be super late, but we ended up getting out there early enough to get to the pub.
I think
Yeah.
I
Watched
think we
the last
left
half
we
of
left
the,
at about 7:00 from Cabramatta.
And Cabramatta's an awesome spot.
Yeah, look,
Yeah,
Bankstown in general.
If you have like a fetish for getting stabbed by Vietnamese people or something,
we honestly, so we rolled in to just get fuel, and being part of the WOG club, we got picked up in a Merc. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Rolled in, and we get there. There's a fucking Lambo, a GM, fucking couple P platers in a
this is just
Land
like
Rover.
your random.
This is a random servo
with
at 7:30, 8
a-
o'clock at night.
with a kebab shop hanging off it,
Yeah, and there's
and it was
40
like the
people.
hangout spot.
There's 40, like it's like Chermside on Thursday night,
Yeah.
and a fucking servo. And I said to him, like, what's going on here? He goes, oh, this is Bankstown. And I was
There's a
like,
bit more than fucking HSPs cutting around that car park, bro. They're not just dealing snack packs. Right?
oh, yeah.
You want a bit extra on the top of that snack pack,
Well, I've
brother?
never seen a fucking Lambo with a P plate on it before, but, mum and dad have been serving.
No. Mum and dad, they started this shit. Now I'm running. I'm
Yeah.
running all of them. This is my fucking area.
Kish.
Kish.
Kish
As
on.
long as you're paying cash, I'm paying cash for my Lambos. We're out of here, bro.
Yeah.
Did you split the winnings?
Nah.
Winnings for what? Don was eating pizza.
Yeah.
No, for winning the cup.
Oh, he didn't get anything.
No,
eh?
they just, there was
No?
nothing there. Like, I asked halfway, I didn't, I was like, man, what's the go? Like,
Because the prize money's half decent for
I don't think there was anything this year.
yeah, there was nothing this
Ah.
year. So I think because, I don't know, it was just right.
Maybe because it'd be hard getting teams there.
Yeah, I think a few people, like, it's really, we had this conversation, like, next year, if they do it again, it has to be a week earlier because every goddamn team had trials.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
like, we
the
had,
Harold Matts and whatever
Yeah.
else it,
Yeah.
whoever else it is in Sydney. They all had their fucking trial game same weekend. So
Yeah.
so we lost players halfway through the day and we got one after their game. And, I mean, like, you can only register 17. So we played the last 2 games with 2 reserves.
yeah,
Yeah.
2 subs. And
I
we
didn't
versed
come
Cook
off.
Islands.
Oh, I did. I had to come off.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I didn't come off. I come off in the first game for a 3-minute stint, and then I think the 4th game I did the same thing, and like I try to be fit, and fuck me, I'm not fit.
Yeah.
Oh, mate,
Nines
I was
is-
the same.
Nines is a beast.
It's just so quick, and there's so much space.
Yeah.
I enjoyed myself. Like I think that was my element in nines. Like I'm not the quickest,
Yeah.
but I like to have a little bit more space and a few less blokes to get around me, so I
Yeah.
can get a decent offload on. So
It's a long day. I remember we made the as a USA squad, we made the semis, and I remember Corey Maitland. We go into the semis because we knew that if we won the semis, it was like a 2-game wait, 2 or 3 game wait again. So we're winning at halftime, and Corey looks at me and he's like, bro, let's take this shit. Like, pretty much, I'm not keen on staying around anymore. We ended up losing, not because we take, but like,
here we go.
when we got up, when we were winning, Corey was like, oh yeah, sweet, man. And there was a fight.
Yeah, so we just finished versing South Sudan or something like that, some
Yeah.
African side. And there was one bloke from...
there was 2 African sides. And I don't know how we jagged both of them, but we did in the
We
end.
pumped both of them. And
Yeah.
little fact about those African sides.
So it was more like Afrikaans
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
in winning football games.
none of them can tackle. So all they do is just launch at your fucking ankles or knees and try and do someone's ACL.
Bros, but Mans can run, sure.
Oh,
Mans can run.
days. Mun's still running.
Yeah, he lives in Townsville. He's still running.
Yeah. That's how he got there, bro. He ran down there for a warm up.
But we
Stretched
just
and going out
finished playing against South Sudan, and there was some bogan from
Bankstown.
it was a Bankstown or
Cabramatta. It was the blue.
Campbelltown City.
Yeah.
Okay.
Campbelltown City.
Same.
Same.
He was up in the stands and he was having a little blue with one of these black Sheilas apparently, and ended up causing a bit of a scene.
So
and
from what I saw, it was a guy and a guy yelling at each other, and then the Sudan missus come up and she just started throwing.
Yeah, but she come up from behind. Like, these blokes are yelling at each other face to face. She just come up from behind and just started haymakering this white fella.
Really?
Yeah, just like proper African Sheila in a dress just comes up from behind and just starts hitting this bloke. But if we find out later he's yelling some fucking rubbish at them.
Racist shit.
Well, no,
Proper
so
bad racist
so
shit.
I was first up. Like I just cruising past, and I was like, "Oh yeah, like I'm always good to watch some of this." And I was like, "Oh," and then this chick started laying to the other chick, which was all good. Like let it go, whatever. But then old mate just started pumping Whitey's missus. And
laying into the chick.
yeah,
Yeah,
this
the-
guy absolutely
Credit to the white fella's missus. She jumped in front of him,
yeah, because he was
got between him and like 30 fucking African fellas.
Oh.
like it started off as like 5 blokes, and it the whole team was up there plus the other like they had
Wow,
like
the
that over
fucking
30
death
blokes in the
wish. Yeah.
stand. So I've run up because I've seen this chick just getting pumped. So I just grabbed her by like the shoulder and spun her around, and like I had it behind me, and I was like, whoa, like chill, and I just started like fending like,
Yeah.
and then thank fuck I had Jolly, like I knew he was gonna come anyway, so I just fucking had my back to him, but I
Yeah.
was like, so I had Jolly watching my back, and I just had her. And I kind of dragged her aside, like just like 2 meters off the side. And then I grabbed his arm because he was going off, man, throwing shoes and
Oh,
thongs.
this bloke was a proper fucking maggot.
Was he
Yeah,
on
so-
it? Like, was he
Well,
off his head? Or?
No, we're still
a player.
playing.
Oh,
We're still
shit.
So this was between
Oh,
2 players.
fuck.
So I think what
I
happened
thought you were
was
talking about some dirty old piss tank up in the top
Well-
of the
Well, he
stand.
probably is.
So
Yeah.
But he's
so
also a player.
just so I get it straight, the player's hitting the girl.
yeah. So
Yeah.
no, one of the players in the stands
Yeah.
and one of the players
Oh,
from
okay.
just come off the field.
Yeah,
Yes.
one of the blokes that we just finished playing against.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had run, like that whole team had run up, and once the Sheila started punching the other Sheila, he's just started swinging too.
Yeah. So
I
anyway,
don't know if he was trying to hit the bloke
Yeah.
or what, but he was hitting the Sheila.
Anyway, there was lots of
Square in the
punches
fucking
being
top of the head.
thrown, and I've just run up, grabbed her, pulled her aside, and I've kind of like grabbed old man. I'm like, whoa, like this is not what you want to do, man. Like we're outnumbered. Like you know, like
Yeah.
I don't know, man. All these boys just left him, eh? So
Yeah,
I think-
as soon as that African side jumped the fence, all his mates went, "See ya."
I would have been like, taxi.
well,
Like,
so
So all he had
anyway,
was
so
me.
he's
Freddie
going.
be shadow
He's
boxing
going.
the car
You
park.
he's going. You're a fucking dog. You're a fucking dog. And then next minute he goes,
Jimmy.
yeah. Jimmy'd be driving the bus straight there.
Don't worry, freedom coming.
And for some reason, Jimmy's drinking more beers than we are.
yeah.
Just something different, you know.
Just a couple, JDs, 12 or something during
Just
the
a
day.
smoky.
Yeah, 12 during the day.
Fuck, that sounds fully hectic.
Anyway, so
was.
it wasn't even, that was in the worst part. So then they've kind of like sorted it out. It's like kind of, so a few of them backed off. And then he just started saying some things he shouldn't have. And I
Oh.
grabbed Jolly. I said, brother, that ain't our fight.
No, let's just
Like, it's
get
all.
the-
Yeah, he just started saying something about fucking off. And the guy who was trying to like calm it all down, he was one of the Indigenous blokes, and I was standing next to him saying, "Yeah, like all good, bro. Like, I'll like calm it down." And then he started yelling at him, and I was like, "Nah, that ain't my fight, brother.
Nah.
I'm out."
See ya.
So
I am fucking Audi.
yeah, so I just
Audi
said to the
5,000,
chick, I said,
my
"Look,
friend."
you got to walk away," and then I walked off. I left Jolly in the stands, fend for himself. I grabbed Jolly and I said, "Righto, Bruss, let's boost."
The funniest part about it, I think, was when we got
Come-
out of the stands
Yeah,
and we went back down to all the Italian boys, and they're all Sydney boys. It was only me, Dom, and one other fella, Matty Banano.
from
Was,
Queensland.
was one
Townsville.
of the boys down there, Ray Nasso?
No,
Oh, okay.
not in our squad. No,
Oh, okay.
no. So only the World Cup boys we had.
Yeah.
Mason,
Okay.
fullback,
Yeah.
and Matty
Matty
Tedesco. But I don't even know if he played World Cup.
Mm.
Yeah,
But
I
when-
don't think
he's
so,
played
no.
qualifiers and stuff.
I think he was in the squad.
Yeah,
yeah,
Ted-
because
yeah,
he was
Ted-
with him up. Yeah.
Teddy travelled, but I don't think he ended up playing.
Yeah.
He was telling me, hey, when he was younger, he had something wrong with his leg. He's going to have a whole full hip replacement by the time he's like 45, 50. Like,
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's got something like, so he didn't actually play contact sport till he was a bit older because it's some sort of disease in his hip and bones and stuff. And cause we were talking, I split my head,
Yeah.
so I got another pretty scar.
Yeah. How many stitches in that bad boy?
5 or 6.
Six.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
a good
6.
one.
Yeah, it's quite long.
Yeah.
That was one of the African boys' heads. Fucking
It's
hell.
cute, but
Yeah,
real
cheers, lad.
cute. If you could wink at me, I'd love that. Oh, that wasn't a wink. You blinked. Fuck me. Anyway.
Anyway.
But for you boys, was that your first Cabra Nines?
Yeah,
That was my
Yeah.
first, yeah.
that was Jolly's first involvement with the Italian boys. How'd you find it?
Wasn't too bad,
Did
eh?
you get to keep the jersey?
Yeah, got,
Oh,
kit,
nice.
got a polo,
Full
shorts,
Really?
jersey.
We
socks.
jagged the good one. We got full kit.
Fuck, there's some sweet looking kit too. By
Yeah.
the look of it.
You got to jump on board, Dana.
Oh,
Well, so they called me up.
what are you
They go,
fucking
yeah,
water
yeah,
boy?
you coming down, play some nines. I said, yeah, righto, like, see what I can do. They gave me, what we have, 2 weeks notice? It was like, originally,
long.
like, it was just going to be, I think it was thrown together a bit late because of the whole COVID stuff and all that,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, in Sydney. So they just said, like, oh, can you come? I said, righto, like, yeah. I said, look, I've got this guy that I'm with, like, I was working with Jolly. I said, he's second rower / centre. Do you want him? And they were like, yeah, we were looking for outside backs, like, you
Yeah.
know. And I said, righto. So that was kind of, I did think of Dane afterwards because I called him back and I was like, oh, you know, I got another bloke as a half. And they said, no, stacked with halves. Because
Yeah.
we had a lot of young fellas and they all signed Para, Cowboys,
West Tigers.
West Tigers and Canterbury Bulldogs is what I'm trying
Yeah.
to say. So, like, you know, they're all young fellas who got some skills, but they want to blood them for a trial for the, you know, the qualifier or something like that.
Yeah.
So they had a heap of them lined up, and like a few, like, you know, Vinny Rapana, he's played a few trials before and, like, you know, qualifiers, and I think he was actually supposed to go to England last time, but he pulled out because he was injured.
How come?
Vinny?
Yeah, sorry. No,
Yeah.
no, you go, Jolly.
Oh, I just remembered a little story about
Oh,
it was one of the manager's birthdays, the
Yeah.
day of the Nines column.
and we
Yeah.
found out last minute, but
Yeah, and we pulled over into a Woolies and just let Matty Bonanno out to grab a cake, and we just went and parked around the corner.
So yeah, I think so. Us Queensland boys, they were real good to us. Hey, they put us up in a hotel. So it was us three, and we got no transport, nothing. So they looked after us. They sent one of the boys to pick us up. So
Yeah.
they picked us up, and
Yeah, they picked us up in a hotel. We went to Woolies, grabbed a cake. We parked around the corner waiting for Matty Bonanno to come back out, and we just parked up in a fucking back street, and me and Dom asked him for a piss.
Mhm.
Just jumped out of the car and went for a piss, and Dom's pissing on this, like a fence, and I just gone
there was a tree
in-
there and a fence, and I was like, oh, you know, I'll
And the
just go to
house
the tree.
had like a for sale sign up that said sold. I didn't think anyone lived there. I just went inside the fence and pissed in the garden. Like nothing of it. Vinny Rapepi, the bloke who picked us up, was fucking shitting himself.
He-
That you're doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he couldn't believe. He's like, what are you
"Oh my
boys doing?
God, I cannot believe you just did that, boys. I cannot believe you just did that." And he literally, when we got back in the car, he drove away and moved the car somewhere else because he was.
He goes, you know, there's a
getting
school
shot
across the
or something."
road. Like, if the cops come, I'm like, mate, how many cops are in Sydney looking for people pissing in the middle? It's like 7 a.m. in
Yeah,
the
that's
morning. We're on the
right.
Just
way.
say, bro, there's a fight down the road. Heap of Sudanese cunts bashing a
Yeah,
few
so
lebs. What are you? why are you
Just
maybe
don't,
pissing
yeah,
on the
just
fence?
don't piss in your own mouth. Just don't bubbler, and you're
And
usually pretty
try
sweet.
not to do it in
Yeah.
your own bed either. It's
Yeah.
inconvenient. Did you boys catch any of the All-Star game once you were finished?
Wait,
or-
before
not
the
a whole
All Star,
lot.
sorry, I just had one more question. Dom, how come you've never been in a squad of the Italy World Cup squads?
So 2013.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't even know. I didn't
that
even.
you that you had heritage.
No, I didn't even. Like, I've always known, like, my old boy speaks Italian, like,
Yeah.
fluent. My nonna and I are both born in Italy. My nonna actually can't speak that much English anymore. She had a stroke and reverted back to her, like, it's her own dialect too, so she doesn't even speak Italian. So a lot of people don't understand because Italy's so small, they go, oh, they speak Italian.
Yeah,
The top half of Italy speaks something totally different to the bottom half of Italy, like Sicily and stuff. So we're from down a little fishing village down bottom, and they actually, yeah, it's their own dialect as well.
yeah. Have you been there?
Yeah,
Oh,
of
nice.
course, mate. So I've travelled a bit.
Yeah.
I went down and had a look, but yeah. So I didn't even know, and I was watching on the TV, and I remember just sitting back to myself, thinking, like, some of these blokes are fucking rubbish.
Yeah,
And I just thought, well, next time I'm going to stick my hand up and try
for
and
2017.
no. So I must have no. That was in 2013.
Yeah, but like you said, next time were you thinking, oh, okay, I'm going to try to get into that 2017?
So maybe it must have been 2017 that I seen it. Sorry, mate.
Oh yeah.
2017. I was sitting there watching it, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stick my hand up and have a go because I didn't ever even like I watched the World Cup and stuff like that, but I I've just never seen it like Italy. I thought for some reason the way rugby union, like and being nines and stuff like that, because Italy's big on the union. I just never knew like there's no avenue in Queensland. Well, there is. The only avenue in Queensland is up in Tully.
Yeah.
And that's actually how I got my shot at the Pride. So Italy's done a lot for me as a footballer.
So with the one, so it's meant to happen this year.
It will.
And are you in that squad now?
The Queensland Elite squad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but if it goes ahead in the UK again,
Yep.
they got to make cuts and stuff, obviously. But
Yeah.
you're in that pool.
So look,
Okay.
they told me that I was going to go to England.
Yeah.
2 weeks before that, I did my ACL. So I missed the qualifier over there.
True.
So yeah, I unfortunately, mate, that was probably the most devastating. Like, I mean, playing for your country is something different. It's like you can't describe. Just like, it's just a lot of emotions all at once because you think about how many people trying to get that jersey.
Oh, that's right.
You know what I mean? Like,
and also how many people get that opportunity to do. Like, it's a limited thing. That's it.
Yeah. So I'm pretty humbled that I even got tossed up to play even in the nines this weekend. You know what I mean? Like, it's just any privilege, to play for my country. Like, it's I think it's a big deal. A lot of people just like, for me, I love my footy and I think, it's a big part of my life. So I like to give as much as I can to it. And the boys down in Italy always look after you. Like, Jolly, honestly, it's like being at my nonna's house. They just couldn't stop feeding us and looking up.
The spread.
It was ridiculous.
Fucking hell.
And they were full wog spec like sandwiches.
Proper, like
schnitzel and bacon and lettuce.
and
like, it was like
fucking
this
olives
thick.
and sun-dried tomatoes.
And then when they got out the traditional stuff too, mate, we had like a couple of bickies and they do the sugar.
Biscotti.
Yeah, the biscotti and the sugar.
And then you have your coffee after the big meal.
Mate,
it was like 2 seconds before a fucking game and blokes are having long blacks and short blacks and shit.
One of the boys, Mace, he had
fuck?
4 shots of pre-workout over the day.
Yeah.
It's a long day. And he had probably 4 coffees in between those shots of
May as
pre-workout.
well just have a bump of
Espressos,
speed.
yeah.
Cunt.
Yeah.
Just get on the speed. Just so much
As soon as you come off the field, they're saying, manja, eat.
Yeah.
Eat something. And you're like, I can't fucking eat.
Yeah, I was
Playing
devastated.
footy, I can't eat
Can't I
food.
just got
So that was
railed
we
for
got
that
this
even.
guy a
These
cake.
little sayings, they cut them into quarters, and it's usually like if you haven't fucking them sayings cut into quarters, catered shit.
Yeah.
For us, it's usually ham and cheese or something like that. It's this fucking thick with chicken and ham and fucking tomatoes and olives and I know fucking way am I eating that before a game.
Yeah, and it's like, because I know it's French is different, but the going to dinner to someone's house, it's a 3 to 4 hour thing. It's not just sit down and eat dinner. It's the hams come out, and then your olives and stuff. Then you get into like an entree. Then you get to the meal. Then the cheese comes out, and then the coffee, and then you go to bed after just smashing a couple of espressos. Like,
So my first time I brought my wife to my nonna's house, we went for lunch because we go to nonna's for lunch. So we got up the farm and we went. Yeah, we got there at 11, for lunch, and we left at 6:30 that night.
yeah.
So we get there, and that's the standard how it is.
Yeah.
Like we get there, and it's always antipastas, olives, cheeses, and then they usually bring out a couple little dips and stuff like that, and some breads, and then usually depending they try and bring a fruit plate, and then my nonna will clear that. And usually it's like a pasta to start. So like same thing with my sister's boyfriend. The first time he went there, he was like, "Oh, sweet lasagna." I got like a big square of lasagna. And then you're like, and they're like, manja, eat more. So he had another square of lasagna, and I'm like, you might want to slow down. Like, he's like, this
got
is
8 courses left.
this is
that shit.
Yeah, this is lunch. I said, no, we're cooking the meat now. So then we cook a barbecue, and it's like chicken and sausages and or steak. And then after that, they bring out the sweets, and it's like more fruits, and like it's always pawpaws and mangoes and stuff like that. And then, they bring out always the Scotch finger biscuits, Scotch finger biscuits and coffee. And then after that, everyone has a little siesta. And then it's probably about 4 o'clock, and everyone goes, "Oh well, for dinner we're gonna have," and they just pick a little bit more, and then they bring out dessert.
Yeah.
And you go home. and that's lunch at Nondas. You know what I mean? And these boys looked after us, hey. So
Oh, they did, yeah. They did a great job too.
yeah. So just to run back real quick. So yeah, mate. Look, I'm gonna try my best.
Yeah. It's like Dumb and Dumber. So you're telling me there's still a chair.
Yeah. I'm gonna try my best not to be.
Best thing ever.
I'm talking 1 in a million. No, but yeah, but so you've got, if you're fit and stuff, Dave, because you know, it's an extended squad of 25 to 30. Usually they cull it to that 23.
Yeah.
So it's like you got a fair bit of
So
time.
I don't know if it might be a little bit more because we're traveling and the bubble. I think so. That's the other thing, man. Like with COVID, at this stage, there's no way we can do it.
Yeah.
Unless they put us in a bubble, and then you know what I mean. So I'm hoping that maybe I get a chance this year.
Yeah.
And worst case scenario next year, as long as I'm fit.
Yeah.
And you know, it'd be such a, like I just said to, and we've actually got Australia in our pool, so just to go out there and play against Australia, like you know what it's like. They're the best team in the world by head and shoulders.
Yeah.
And I just want to take someone's fucking head off.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, come off the back fence at Papali.
Yeah, somebody, Latrell Mitchell.
Yeah. We just want to grab the
Mate,
fox
if he
and
plays for
squeeze his
Australia
head.
again after
But
he lost us
yeah.
a game against Tonga, I'll fucking shit my pants and cry.
Yeah, it wasn't just him, but
No, he was terrible. He had 4 errors or something that game. And he can't even make the New South Wales side anymore. They play halves in the centres over him.
yeah, that's true.
Halves and fullbacks.
Who's that?
Mate, lateral.
Whiten and
Lateral Mitchell.
Gutherson.
But remember that the 2013 one you talk about, us and Italy were the same story as us. Remember, they won their pool and they went through. Italy then lost in the quarters.
They
And
got beaten by England, didn't they?
Yeah, but they were the big story that would, like, they did
From the
so
other
well
side
as
of the
well.
world,
Yeah.
So we have a big grudge against Ireland.
Yeah.
I fucking hate Ireland. No. They have a big grudge because I think we had them in the qualifiers too. So
Yeah.
and we played the Irish boys. Fuck, they're big boys down there. in
Yeah, we
Sydney.
didn't actually verse them, but we beat the team that beat them, so therefore we beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
nice.
Suck shit.
we went out for drinks with a few of them afterwards. Yeah,
Yeah.
a couple of soft drinks.
Did you
and,
put them under the table?
One.
No, they're all Aussies. They're not even Irish.
Yeah, there's Irish thing they can drink. Fuck, man.
No, but
idea.
yeah.
Did you
But
play
tell
off?
you what,
Did you play off on your
Only
missus
Aussies
or?
can drink just as well.
That's what I mean.
Come on now.
Dano does all the time.
Yeah, but it's
Who
Dana.
the fuck is this guy?
He's got no self-respect.
I know he's a loser.
No,
Wait,
self-respect is there. Dignity's gone.
Yeah.
Wait, how good's my Google? It goes XNXX Pornhub live VIP.
It's up on the telly.
Did you boys end up getting any of the All Stars game?
I watched the whole thing, brother.
Did
I
you watch the
fucking
women's
watched
game?
I
Yeah,
watched
fuck.
half the women's game.
Jesus, that's
Yeah.
We
big
watched
steps
half.
from you.
So
Freddie.
we got, honestly, it was like going out and then the place we ended up going, it was like going to the fucking orderly.
It was.
And then after
Like
that,
just a
we went
pub.
to this other place, was like the Newmarket. So it was,
really?
we were home and hosed. It was
Oh,
great.
Sweet.
Back to the watermill.
But you can't do anything in Sydney still. You
Oh,
gotta
it's
sit
fucked.
Down the
Oh.
whole
Me and
time.
Jolly were standing up, just standing there watching the game, and they go, "Sorry, boys, you have to sit down." Fuck, what? I'm standing at
It
the
was
table. I'm not even
proper
fucking
rubbish.
moving.
Yeah. Oh well, Sydney things for you boys.
Did
How'd you think of the game anyway, Freddie? What'd you think of it?
I thought the game it reminded me kind of like a Pro Bowl, like for an NFL Pro Bowl. Some boys were playing
Undies.
at 90%.
Yeah.
I thought I know he put his body on the line in D sometimes, but you could tell Benji was playing in a bit of a tuxedo. He wants to, try to make it into the season.
Yeah.
Actually wants to play a few games NRL this year.
There were some boys that were doing their job. And obviously the ones that are just breaking the NRL and stuff, they
Yeah,
were
the young
they were
guys.
putting
They were
100
going
down.
100.
Like
Yeah.
Ricky went hard, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like blokes that, like that Zach Sadler, young fella from Manly, he was going hundies for the Indigenous side, and
Yeah, Ricky
Even-
killed it, man.
yeah, even
Yeah.
blokes like Jordan Ricky, he would have been up there for the Preston Campbell medals, player of the match.
Oh
but-
yeah, and he's up there of fucking rooting every single woman in Australia.
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
there's
he is
big
a good-
chat. There's big chat on that at the moment, coming from YKTR, and Justin Horrow's just calling. There was a big conversation between who's hotter out of Jordan Ricky and Tino,
yeah.
Big Tino, and they're pulling photos up. Jesus.
Yeah. Well, my
Fucking
missus
have
watched
you
some.
seen the
My
fucking-
my missus watched some of it. I had to get the mop and bucket out, man.
He's fucking good looking.
Why was it a
and he gave David Fafita a bath most of the game. Like fucking was all over him.
Was Denton Kemp's calling him Pretty Ricky?
Yeah. Yeah. What did you do?
What did you boys?
So I actually played with him when he was at North.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a good bloke.
So he's with Ricky. He's
Name
had
drop.
a pretty quick jump up then. Like, or has it? So what is
No,
he? He's 22 now.
No, he's,
Yeah, something like that.
he's been in the
Pretty
system
young.
for a while.
Oh,
'cause that
okay.
was-
He played a few games last year. He scored a very good try last
Yeah,
year
he
against
did.
South, and
but he's been in the
He-
cup system.
yeah,
for
yeah,
and he's been coming through. Like he's been with the Bronx for a long time. He finally got his start last year, so and now Fafita makes way for the opportunity for someone in that Bronx pack.
It's more than likely him.
It's got to be because.
Who else you?
And it even helps more now with Haas being suspended for round one. They probably put Carrigan in the front row or, yeah, whatever that rotation becomes.
They
It
put
just
Swagger up.
They got-
frees
yeah,
up
Carrigan,
another
Flegler
hand.
and Pass are the only two.
Yeah, it just frees up another
You
hand.
just said three.
The only three decent front rows.
Quick
they've
math.
got.
But the only problem is they're going to want to play. If we don't end up picking up Cameron Smith and they still stick with Alex Glenn as captain,
Do you think
Yeah.
we should buy Cameron Smith?
Yeah,
100%.
If they
For the-
can.
for the-
But I think
we want a 2-season deal, one plan,
yeah,
and one.
I think if we have an
coach.
argument that we should have kept McCulloch, which I think we should, there's also the same argument that fucking buy Cameron Smith then, because it's the same similar.
But I think the same thing because if you got rid of
You got-
McCulloch and you don't buy Smith, if he is being able to be bought, why the fuck did you?
Why
get rid
would
of
you do
McCulloch?
either?
Exactly.
I did hear a thing today, but as you were saying, 1 season playing, 1 season coaching. The NRL have put a stop to all that because what he was doing with his current deal at Melbourne was that he was getting all these royalties for after he finishes playing. That's sort of the way they were keeping him at the club. And they said whatever team signs him can't be signing him on the grounds of we'll give you 1 year, 500 grand,
Yeah, but
and
that,
then we'll give you $1 million next year to consult.
yeah, but that'll be
whatever
under
the
the
fuck.
that'll be on the table kish.
Yeah, I know, but like that's what I
Scotty
said.
Prince has a boat from somewhere. I don't know where, but he got a boat from somewhere.
Hey, he got a boat. I got a boat. Boats ain't that big of a thing these days, you know.
Sorry, all you rich fellas, eh?
Dane got his
You
from
got a
Wick
boat?
Mickey.
I do have a vote.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, I'll just go fuck myself.
Yeah,
there.
well, I've got I went
I
half.
can't even go at the back to get my boat and fuck myself.
No
on
boat fag.
Yeah.
I
You
got
know what
a,
boat stands for, eh? Break out another 1,000. So, good luck with that, boys.
Yeah.
but is
It's rude.
what did you think about the pre-entertainment?
I honestly thought I was watching an R&B concert for the first
What was it?
So the haka and that.
Oh, that shit. Yeah, right.
Okay, yeah.
It was a bit. I don't know.
They
They
carrying on.
they build it up pretty well, and everyone loves it. But at the end of the day,
Latrell do his thing in the middle and
He
stand.
did,
They all
and
drop.
That's sick. So they drop, he stands up. That's sick. You could start it there, and then they staunch up, and then throw their spears, and it could be done like that. But the thing is, they actually had indigenous
Dancers?
like choreo,
Yeah,
like,
they did that last year.
dancers, and they're sick. Like
Yeah.
because they're
traditional-
Yeah,
yeah.
they could just do that. Because for me it feels like the Maori and the haka and that's those motherfuckers used to brutally murder each other, like that kind of war dance, and I don't think it translates as much with the indigenous side of things.
well-
I don't know. I'm not trying to be like speak out of because I'm not indigenous at all, but I just think the Maoris when they do it looks like they want to fucking kill someone, and with
That's what's his name? The fullback, Clockstack. He was like,
looked like he had
No,
peanut butter
Isaac
on the
Luke.
back of his tongue.
yeah.
Can't get peanut butter off.
And with the indigenous, it's an awesome display of like culture. But it doesn't match as like a war cry versus a war cry.
No, it doesn't really,
Yeah.
does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
There's actually a good there's a good video on YouTube. I have to get it for you. It's my wife when she played for New Zealand. She does the haka.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have to get that one up
Yeah.
somewhere.
Loves it.
Yeah.
Dom's wife's
yeah.
also about 5'1" and wider than me.
Oh, come on. Just because their dad's a whitey.
But yeah,
it wasn't a bad game.
Isaac
to watch,
Luke
but
played well.
on the eyes. Oh, I thought Isaac Luke was easily the biggest Derek on the field. Like
He can't be
the amount
playing
of
this
poor
year for
decisions he
Bronx.
made. He was there, dummy half, fourth tackle. There's a 4-on-2 short side.
Yeah.
He goes to go open and drops it. It's like you already made the wrong decision, and then you fucking threw it into the fucking bloke playing the ball's ass. You spastic.
There was this one play. So and also fucking commentators get off Latrell Mitchell's dick.
Yeah.
Oh, they
Oh,
love
is that 'cause he
it,
come
mate.
back?
Talking about his how good his fitness looked.
I'll give it to the good bloke who didn't fucking just call me out, eh?
Talking about like Latrell's looking fit and stuff. I'm like, what are you looking
No,
at?
he fucking doesn't.
He looks
like a
You
pair
see,
with legs.
Looks
I
like
saw-
109 kilos on
I saw a
40
video
kilo
of,
legs.
of the start of that pre-game shit where
Yeah.
they're going at and he's got like a stick or something and he screams and then they walk forward.
Yeah, with that. Yeah,
I was just look at the fucking butterbelly on him.
man.
Jesus Christ.
Pair with
The thing
legs
about
there.
Latrell is because he cops a bit like a fair bit of negative outside of the outside.
Yeah,
of
it's easy to judge
media.
someone.
So what they do is all the commentators and all the real type media in around the NRL build him up, try and like
Yeah, but that just gives
sort of counteract it a bit. Which, like, I'm not saying that they're making a conscious effort to do it, but you can't tell me Michael Ennis isn't trying to make a conscious effort to make the kid feel good. Because if he said one sentence that game without mentioning how healthy and fit Latrell's looking and how him and Jack Whiten are the most potent two fucking players in the league, fuck, bro. Seriously.
Did anyone make reference to how fast the Fox was?
Fox wasn't there, bro.
Fox wasn't
there. No,
Melbourne in lockdown.
Oh,
the
that's right.
Melbourne
They're all in
boys are there.
lockdown.
Which was, another thing. That brought another element to the game with the Maoris losing, like, a fair majority of their squad to it because,
How was
Addo-
Brandon Smith's fucking Snapchat or whatever?
yeah,
it
they
was?
were going off the boys.
What was it?
When
No,
Dallin scored
when
his
they
try.
found out he couldn't, like when those Indigenous and Maori boys in Melbourne found out they couldn't come and play,
Yeah.
and it's just him in the car, and he goes, "No All Stars," and he's like cheering, he's just sinking piss.
Yeah. He's like, 5 days with this, boys, and just starts sinking.
The
Jeez.
lineup change part would have benefited more the Indigenous side because the Maoris lost Brandon Smith, both Bromwiches, and
And Brandon Smith win your
Jerome
game.
Hughes in there or no?
Jerome Hughes. Yeah, so they lost a fair few.
Was
And
it
then-
on his story or?
It might have, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was on his, but that was ages ago.
A 10-all draw too is sort of a really big anticlimax considering.
Yeah.
But you see
Surely
what
go golden point.
Nah, you see why they don't. Like, it is more of an exhibition style game. Imagine if you were an NRL coach and then you play 80 minutes and then they go to Golden Point.
Yeah, someone does
And-
an ACL in the
Oh,
88th
or-
minute or something.
Just fucking anything could happen, and there's no.
But if you
way
release,
want that
this is
shit.
the same problem we had down in the Nines. So if you release a player to play for their country or for something, greater than just a team, if they want to do it, that's their own risk. Let them do it.
Yeah, we had a young
Yeah.
para fella who wanted to play so bad, but apparently Para's shocking for it. They don't fucking release anyone.
But in saying that, you got to see where the clubs come from. Brownie over in New Zealand, he didn't let any of the Warriors players partake in it.
Well, that's exactly right. But if he sets it across the club, don't let anyone. So
Yeah.
if you're going to go play for 80 minutes, you can play for 88. That's my point.
Oh yeah, 100%. But
Like,
it's just
you
but
want a result
I know you sort of
for
do,
the
but-
for the
And
for
the
the.
fans want to
yeah, for the fans.
and the players
That's the
do.
whole- like
The
the-
players do too, because at the end of the game, you saw like
Yeah.
players look deflated because a couple of them were, majority of them, you have
Like,
to say,
It's
we're,
like they
we're,
may
we're
as well
going
not
hard.
even fucking played the game because no one won.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
you're telling me that if you're
Culture
Ricky,
one,
you're
Joel.
going,
Grow
fuck,
up.
we won. No,
Yeah.
he'd be going back to the Bronx going, fuck, I didn't even win that. Like,
We're
Yeah.
not there to watch fucking culture. We don't want to see someone win.
yeah.
I'm on your side.
Yeah, it should have been.
Well, no, like,
Like,
does anyone here disagree? Like, I think we should have had a result.
Yeah, we probably should have.
Yeah.
because even they don't have to play like 5-minute halves of overtime, or whatever. Just fucking golden point. Like in that fucking
Yeah.
2015 grand final, anything could happen. Field goal within fucking minute and a half.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's also because it got a bit fiery during the game, but there's no reason why that shouldn't be that should be like a Tonga versus Samoa. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the
Rivalry.
animosity in that, and then
No, I think rugby league's getting fucking soft.
well, what they did is they kissed each other's forehead after they do their war cries.
That's a cultural thing. That's
They
different.
breathe
brother.
the same air, my G.
Yeah. But then, like Cody Walker was having a red hot crack and he was getting pissed off.
Yeah.
Which was good.
Yeah,
Cody
he
was
probably didn't like it because he was looking across from him and saw Isaac Luke on the same field and said, you are not good enough to be here. It's like, bro, fuck off. Go play Colts at North or something with a
Cody
20-year-old.
Walker is also one of the biggest fucking sooks in the game, though, I reckon.
Yeah, I agree. I reckon he's largely overrated. Cody
He's
Walker.
a great player, but he sooks about some shit, though.
He sooks ridiculously, and most of the electrifying stuff he does, he's coming off passes from Reynolds that are set up and given on to
I don't know. He
good
does
outside
some pretty
backs.
good individual shit.
I don't know. I don't rate him at all. Like, he
sometimes is one of those players where he's like, boys, jump on my back and I'll get you there.
Yeah, but that's
No,
rarely.
he's a
And
front runner. When he's up, he's up.
exactly.
Yeah.
He's a flat track bully, but he's a half in the NRL, and obviously he doesn't need to because Reynolds has got it all, but he's got no kicking game at all. There's not even an option to give it to him
a
to
kicking
kick.
game. I didn't know this, but just
I
real
knew
quick.
this was going to come up.
Yeah.
Here's fun, boys.
So we're down by 2 with about, I'd say there'd be about a minute and a half left, which is a long time in nines.
This is Cabra, yeah.
Yeah. This is, and fucking, anyway, we send it from one side of the field to the other. And it ends up in Guts' fucking hands. I'm like, oh, here we go, we're done now. And he's 2 on 2, and I'm like, all right, so he's strong enough to fucking get to the line. I was like, I backed him, but they were like 30 out, and he just puts his fucking grubber in, and thank fuck we had this little redhead winger who was off the mark, the quickest bloke I've seen in a long time.
Really?
And he just burnt through and scored, and we end up holding out. So, and then the thing is, if you play nines, you have to defend the next set.
Yeah.
Like, it's all good to be like, we scored, we're in front, but it doesn't matter because with 30 seconds to go and the other team's got the ball, that's when you lose. So, we held him out for that last set, and it was good. So, old Gutsy's got a good foot.
Bit of a kicking license, eh?
Yeah, I'll give it to him.
It was a plain mistake.
I was about 35 metres in from the sideline, probably 20 metres out. Put the grubber in for the sideline. Yeah, young, what's his name?
Look, I'm going to give
Corey.
Jolly a bit of a rap here because I brought him down
He
after
probably
not playing.
fucking half dropped it and just had to shove it on the foot.
But I brought him down after not playing for 2 years?
Yeah, I haven't played. The last game of footy I played was that exhibition thing we played in Gundy.
Oh, that was when your dad drove.
That's right, exhibition around pretty loosely.
Yeah.
I call it an exhibition because we got fucking pumped.
Yeah. So, no, he hasn't played for a couple of years. And
2 years since I played an actual proper game of rugby league.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he tosses up that. And I think he pulled the only 2 tries from Queensland.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So give him a bit of a rap for that.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
Also managed to put someone in an ambulance.
Yeah.
Probably got
But
the
to
biggest
be
shot
honest
of the
with
day, I
you,
think.
that wasn't really the hardest thing. We all did that down there. Them Sydney boys.
Did you fall on him?
Some made of butter.
Do I look like Dom, do you?
Speaking of which, I could have honestly broken someone's jaw, and I chose not to. I got penalised for it.
Yeah.
So I was this Sudi guy went to tackle me, and I went like this, and I literally was falling over, and I could have just landed forearm straight in the teeth. I went like that over the top of him and landed on the ground. And I got penalised, and I was so
If
fucking
you're going to get
angry.
penalised, you may as well shatter his forehead.
Yeah,
Well-
that's why he was upset because he could have actually broken this fella's jaw instead of.
And I was Jolly legit. I would have been twice his size.
Oh yeah, he was nothing.
I'm not. That's not even an exaggeration. I was twice his size, 100 kilos falling on his head flat, and I had another bloke on my back, and Anyway, so I think some of them Sydney boys are a bit soft, but again, it's an exhibition thing, so it's not the best of the best. So.
There was this in the All Stars. There was this one move. I haven't seen it yet. And what happened is it was a Latrell Mitchell move on it. It was his one move that he gets involved in every set. And what happened is they went out. So they did like a face ball to the center or a face ball to the second rower, who did an inside ball back to Latrell Mitchell, who then did an outside ball back to the center. Didn't go face to the...
No, he was supposed to go to the centre, but the first cutout ball went to Whiten.
Yeah.
And Whiten inside of Latrell, then Latrell got it to Alex Johnston.
So it was an outside, inside, the outside on a short play.
And they got taken over the sideline.
Because he flicked. But before that play, it looked like a preset play. But I'd never seen it in that short distance.
Down the short side.
And that rapid fire. So it was outside, inside, outside. And the outside ball, it looked like... the center had the the winger or the center ran the wrong line, but it was a preset play, and I was like, man, if you could pull that off, you'd be getting some meters down that short side every time.
The short side is well underused in the NRL. The best player of a short...
It's the most overused thing in Q Cup.
It's because it's overcoached, the NRL.
Yeah.
The best player of a short side I've ever seen is Luke Keary. Every time there's fucking 5 meters to work with, what about the grand final against the Canberra when the Roosters won? He looks up, there's 12 meters of short side, bang, out of hooker, straight to Latrell, flick past the Tupou and it's game over. You know, like, he's just...
Used in the NRL
Speaking of
because
Tupou, he owes me fucking $5. Didn't score the faggot. Hang on.
if anyone gets...
He was right in front. He runs 50 meters and offloads. Fucking just score it.
If anyone gets touched in the NRL within 15 metres of the sideline, they're usually getting dragged out.
Yeah.
That's why no one uses it.
Yeah, but... when
The
you got
wingers
blokes
these
like-
days are impeccable.
Wait, what about Ferguson just whacking balls out? Like, not even attempted
he's
to
just-
catch.
Oh, he does some great shit and he does some really
Remember
bad
that,
shit.
Remember that fucking pass he threw in the wet last year? Like 40 metres.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
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 What the
Oh,
hell
he
was
does.
He has some brain snaps, Fergo, eh?
Yeah.
Some of the shit he does, you go, how the fuck did he
He
do
was
that?
good
And
when he
then
was at the
other
Roosters, and I don't rate him ever since he's left, eh?
He's had one good year at Para, and then last year he
It
struggled.
took him like 18 rounds
badly.
to score a try.
Yeah, he struggled badly. But he's still a very good ball carrier. He makes a lot of meters for
he
him.
does.
Kick return.
Oh,
But-
I think he was still in the top 10 metre eaters. in
yeah,
the
yeah.
comp
Oh,
last year.
he's fucking really valuable in that respect. But when you got him and Sivo, and both of them, Sivo's got a lot of errors in his game, and Ferguson struggles to find the line.
Yeah.
You've got two blokes who are great bringing the ball back, but struggle.
But that's exactly
most
what
of the rest of the game.
every winger at the moment is just got an error in them. Spedrick Lee, Corey Oates,
Mm.
you know, they've all got a kick return error, but if they get it, they all got meters in them.
Yeah.
So it's like,
But that's what you need. That you need that in the NRL. All the great teams have got great.
but then
great
they all want to
wingers
play
and
fullback because they
fullbacks.
want the money.
Yeah, exactly.
GL. You know what I mean?
Everyone wants to be a fucking fool.
No, but so
Everyone
that's exactly right.
wants the
So
money.
anyone who doesn't have the
Yeah.
kick return error wants to be a fullback, and some of them, like, you know, have made their, like, Dewey, what's his name?
Adam
Dwayne.
Dewey.
Yeah.
Adam Dwayne.
Yeah, he made his way into fullback, and I think he deserved it.
He'll be 5'8" this year.
Yeah,
At
but-
Tigers, but yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he
did
come
that.
from the wing, and he
5'8".
earned his spot.
He played his whole juniors. He was a 5'8", and he
A lot of
came
them
in.
are. A lot of the fullbacks
He only
are.
started on the wing
Yeah, well,
because
that's a
Campbell
lock, yeah.
Graham.
Yeah.
He only started on the wing at
Well,
South
look at
because
Teddy.
Campbell Graham got injured.
Teddy was as well.
Teddy was because he couldn't beat out. Who was it? He couldn't beat out other blokes for the spot at Balmain.
Roosters.
No. Back
Yeah,
in his
yeah.
juniors, he was on the wing because he couldn't beat out.
And remember, Jack Bird was holding me out for a while as well.
Wasn't he a great
Teddy.
buy for the Bronx?
That was
yeah.
that was it. Cronulla, remember, they were fighting for the spot,
No,
wasn't it?
Teddy was never at Cronulla.
No, but because Jack Bird was there.
No.
No, Teddy's only been
I'm thinking of
Tigers?
New South Wales. No, I was thinking maybe New South Wales, where Jack Bird and Teddy were fighting over
Yeah,
that fullback.
yeah,
Who was
yeah.
getting the
Yeah, Teddy didn't get selected that year because they had a bit of depth and they had Dugan still and Bird and stuff like that. But fuck! As soon as Tedesco got in, he fucking the best player in the world.
Tedesco will be
Well,
New
no.
South Wales fullback for the next fucking 8 years at least.
Oh, at least.
And no, but it comes down to, and I even asked his brother, I said, mate, do you think that the Roosters changed his career to be the best? You know, if he stuck with the Tigers, do you think he would have still done the same thing? And he says flat out, no.
Not a chance.
The Roosters, they've got a great system. They've got a great club. Everyone buys into it. They've got a great coach.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think it's real hard because, you know, two of us are Sheck. Like, I know he's going to rugby union next year or whatever, but he honestly is nipping at the heels because he's just getting so good. But he was in the system. He was in that Roosters system.
But also the Roosters are good at would be so good for someone like Teddy because they can put pieces around blokes. See, when Teddy was at the Tigers, his last year at the Tigers, he was still elite.
Oh, yeah,
But-
don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but
no,
it's
like
still
he
standing
was
out.
still elite, but he was trying to do everything by himself, which means
Yeah.
he had to overdo stuff. He had to fucking
Yeah,
work
That's what's
his
happened
body.
with Brooksy.
So when he's at the Chooks,
He's got
he
people
doesn't
around
have
him.
to overdo it. He just pops up, catches here, scores a 40-meter try, talks at the back to like. It makes it so much easier
well,
when
that's-
your side is
yeah.
that well drilled.
Well, we talked about this, like, because I asked you boys, do you think Munster would be the same bloke he was if he wasn't at Melbourne? You know what I mean? And I think Melbourne was, because they're like, if do you think Munster would be just as good if he was at the Roosters?
It was at the Roosters.
I don't think he would.
Nah,
I think
I
Craig
reckon.
Bellamy has pulled his fucking head in,
Trent
but still lets
Robinson's
him do what he wants. I know Trent Robinson's pretty hard, like I've heard.
Yeah, but he's a good like coach of the man as well. Like if he went to a club that didn't have that,
I think it would end up like Kiri. I think for some reason I don't know why. But I think Munster would have been like Kiri. They would have just brushed him after 2 or 3 years.
I think it's been beneficial for Munster to be even though he plays 5'8", he's a dominant half in the last few years. Where I think that we've seen the best of him because of that.
Yeah.
Where if he's in a system where the half is the
dominant,
the dominant one, I think Munster kind of he wouldn't thrive on that as much.
Well, Munster did it so well because he came from fullback where he didn't have to do everything. So then when he became the dominant half, as long as he's got another half over there that's always ready, he can just call the ball when he wants it still. So now he's still the dominant half, but he still just gets it when he wants it and does what he does. So if he looks up and there's nothing on, he just
stops,
push the ball away, and then
he just looks.
It looks like he's got so much time. So when he's there, he says, "Give me the ball now," and then he's fucking
pound for pound. I mean, Victor Radley's got to be the best, strongest player, but Munster's got to be up there. Like Victor Radley's got to be best hitter at least.
Brandon Smith's got to be up there.
Yeah, all that Brian Toto would probably be pound for pound. Brian Toto is probably the most powerful.
Yeah, probably.
But just impact player, just does those 1%ers, just workhorse, like just
his game.
I'm getting a little bit of. I don't think about Victor Radley playing again.
I thought you were still talking about Munster. Munster's game 3 Origin highlights is what give me a rock on.
Oh yeah,
I get me rocks off every night to that shit. Fuck me dead. I was there live.
That little catch and throw down onto the foot for the grubber.
The grubber through to yourself, to the regather, to the foot, to then wrap around to be first receiver, and then put another kick in for try time, baby.
There's no doubt he's got some skills. I just want to know, do you think he'd be the same
and
player?
One of the skills he's got is making me ejaculate.
Munster would be, I think Munster would have been successful anyway. He's got one of those brains where he doesn't put pressure on himself. He's just playing, and it's not like any coach. It seems like no coach can make him feel pressure and not play to what he wants to play to. Because if anyone could, it'd be Craig Bellamy, right? He'd be like the most. And Munster's just like, I'm just going to play like I'm in my backyard.
But that's what's such a good thing about Craig. He probably realises that he wouldn't want to put that on Munster because he knows how good he is. He could, obviously, I reckon Craig could put that pressure on anyone in the world.
Yeah.
But blokes like Cameron Smith and Cam Munster, he knows that they are once-in-a-lifetime sort of players.
He knows how...
Everyone do your job and let those two do whatever the fuck they want.
It's almost like Bellamy can cater to anyone to get the best out of them.
And that's, 100%. But that's what I was saying. That's from Melbourne. He's got that from... Because I guarantee you, if he got stuck down at the Sharks or the Bulldogs or something like that, he'd be on the fucking news with Nate Miles in the hallway...
Taking a shit.
You know what I mean? Like,
classic. Man.
It would be.
Classic Nate Miles. Bro, just piss the bed. It's so much easier.
Could you imagine him and Todd Carney
Imagine
together?
standing in a urinal but choosing to piss in your own gob.
Don't knock it till you try it.
I'm a bubbler machine, man. But I got that one story where I was doing the bubbler in a Portaloo in Scotland, no one watching, the door was locked. And then off down knocks, and I open it up, swing the door open, I go, what? He goes, why are you bubbling, cunt? And I go, I don't know, I'm fucking addicted to it.
Yeah, you'd think it's like a spectator sport bubbling, but then you're doing it by yourself.
There's something that really got me going doing it by myself when no one was watching as well.
One of the first times I ever went out with Laney, we went from Mitchie. This was probably 2016, and we played footy that arvo, and then we all went to the Newey. This is back when the 1s and the 3s were all real close. After every game, we'd just fucking meet up somewhere. So we'd all go to the Newey. Laney drove his car in, and we got there, and he pulled up, and on the way into the Newey, so we parked down the road around the corner, and we're all going, fuck, we need to piss. Everyone jumps out, because we've been on the beers, everyone jumps out of the car, and there's a piss on the fence. And I turn around, and Laney's just standing at the front of his car in the middle of the road, and Newmarket Road's just there, and the traffic's come past, and he's just fucking pissing in his mouth. And then we all start walking, so then he doesn't finish, he just keeps walking and bubbling at the same time. And I was like, who is this rare unit? What the fuck is going on?
Right.
It was pretty talented to be able to walk and do it at the same time. He had like a John Wayne sort of strut on him, and it kept his cock almost straight. It was
Man, yeah, I've seen people eat urinal cakes and
that's an old party trick. The old
that's
urinal
crazy,
cake.
man. That's
urinal
crazy.
cake. That's up there.
I've seen that happen in Oakey. The urinal cake gets
Yeah.
smashed. Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah, right.
yuck.
I've never seen that one.
Nah.
It's a-
Like just picks it up,
Boom,
puts
straight
it back in
into
the
it.
puts it back in the trough.
Jesus.
Whoa,
yeah, right.
Oh, and you're at the high point of the urinal, still having a piss, going. Oh,
I remember, you do the fountain a couple of times and it just doesn't, because it's someone else's, it doesn't taste like yours. It's pretty heckers. Yeah, but that's usually
You ever heard of a bird bath?
on a Centurion. What's
Yeah.
that?
You ever heard of a bird bath?
What's that from? Is it from someone else or?
Oh, well, I got a video on my phone of it, actually. It's,
We'll put it on our Instagram tonight, so look out for that.
Yeah.
oh, it's actually Daney. He's holding his sack at like a little bowl.
Yeah.
We pour beer into it, and then one of the other boys drinks it.
Ah, yeah.
yeah.
That's not that
Who
bad.
did you do it?
No, it was
No.
not in my brother's sack.
Incestual.
Yeah, that was another nines tournament. Sevens tournament.
Yeah, the old
That
Ritos.
was a 4-inch tournament.
Yeah,
4.
Why?
Fuck yeah.
yeah.
That was in the whole team collectively. 4. It's good.
So I heard that I obviously was away on the weekend. I heard that Debra and Wes had a bit of a knock around. Any
Yeah.
news from that or?
Oh, not that we know
Did
of.
they really?
Yeah, they had a like an opposed sort of trial. I think
Yeah,
it
it was.
was an intense opposed, but
Have you ever been to a pose that hasn't gone to 100% at some point? No.
Well, it's stupid.
West do.
yeah.
Wait,
all day.
either you're having a trial, don't do an opposed where you say, it's 75%.
Yeah.
That's when people get fucking injured.
Yeah,
you have
because
a full out, or you just do bodies in front, like
Yeah.
where like what we're doing with you boys.
Because if you just have one of those ones where like, oh, it's a trial, but it's
Yeah.
not really a trial, because then some cunts go 50, some cunts go hundies, and then
Yeah, when you pull up, then you get whacked.
yeah,
and you're
yeah,
like,
you
what
pull
the
up, and then one
fuck?
cunt comes in, smacks you around
Well,
the
that's
hips.
what
and
happened to me
fucking-
when we were doing that opposed against you boys. The Reggie side. I got to the line, and you cop the first contact, so you brace for that, and then there's supposed to just be a touch on the legs, and that's the end of the play. And some
Yeah.
cunt just fucking rocketed at me knees.
I can't stand
Oh, for
that shit.
fuck's sake!
Yeah.
Honestly, like,
It always happens, but you're almost guaranteed to one bloke will go hundies, and then
Yeah.
before you know it, it's fucking.
How did West go anyway?
Don't know. I don't know if they.
I just
don't
know that
exactly
they ended
what
up at
did.
Tito's, and that's a great place. If they want to sponsor us, that'd be great. Sponsor you guys. Sponsor us.
Tito's rooftop bar.
Yeah, tell us.
You've never been there, eh?
Fuck,
It's pretty
it's
cool.
the G fucking
Yeah.
O.
You know what else is
Well, I
good
tried
about
to
it?
go there last weekend, but it was chockers.
It's a bit expensive, but
It's a little bit
good-
expensive, but the best part about
It's not
that,
expensive for me because the missus
5
drinks
minutes from home.
cocktails and shit.
Oh.
Fuck me dead.
yeah,
He's like, I'll have 5 beers and shit. That'll.
Good for me. My missus doesn't drink.
Well, I just love it
Just
that
put- fuck.
it separates the having to go into fucking.
that's I was about to say. So you get there, you have beers, and then you wait. Like you go to leave, it's 2 a.m. You're at Everton Park. Fuck yeah, I'm almost home.
Yeah, mine by
2
5 bucks
a.m. How
too.
long you stay there? I usually go there on a Sunday or something. You just drink for the arvo. and
Yeah,
you're
we went for Mad
Go to
Monday,
work
so
from tennis.
we went there Mad Monday, Silly Sunday Mad
You're on
Monday.
Mad Monday, mate.
Yeah.
On Mad Monday.
And you like the girls' game that you said you watched?
Oh,
or
it was wet.
you could picture yourself
No, no.
in amongst
Oh
it, or
fuck no! I'd get mauled by those big bitches. Fuck, not a chance. But it was wet, and like the quality of footy just wasn't really great. I think there was 30 something errors.
Which
So,
game was that one?
The women's All-Stars game.
You can't see that, but that's good.
I think there was like 30 odd errors, so it was weird. And the Maoris won 24-0 or something like that, so it was a bit lopsided. They had a lot more.
I honestly
experience.
thought that's what was going to happen in the actual game.
I
I thought the Maoris were going to I looked at the team. We sat down. Hey Jolly, we put a little bit of a bet on, and we went through and we said this person cancelled out this person, and it literally come down to like the last person on the list,
Yeah.
and I can't remember who it was
No,
now,
I can't remember either.
but it was
This story's awesome.
oh, okay.
I can't remember. No, I can't remember either.
Yeah.
But it come
Yeah.
down to both the teams, and I said, "Fuck it, the Maoris are going to win." So
Yeah.
I'll chuck
But
it.
the Maoris are paying like $2.50 or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
$2.60
It's
when I
because
jumped on
they
it,
were
so-
missing all those players we spoke from before a bit
Yeah.
out
So
of
that's what I was
Melbourne,
getting to. They
who were
paying
their
$4.
starting guns. Like you lose both Bromwich brothers who were dead set starters. Jerome Hughes was going to start. Brandon Smith is every time he plays for New Zealand or the Maoris, he's the best player on the field.
Yeah.
So you lose that, and then everyone had him blowing out big time. And the Indigenous side only lost Addo Carr, so
Who's she?
never heard of it.
Yeah, never
Just
seen. I was just gonna say I've got Jarrell and the Indigenous Justin Bieber up there, but because I think Jarrell had his
his bub.
boy, didn't he?
Oh,
It was one or the other.
Good
it
mates
was
you
one
are.
or the other.
Good mates you are.
But no, but
You put me on the spot.
I think it
I
happened
saw it.
today.
Yeah, I
so
saw it
yeah,
today,
congrats to Jarrell.
yeah.
So yeah, he doesn't have to look after old Beeves there anymore. He's got his own to look after.
Who's that, Jamal?
No, Keenan.
Young Jamal. Both. Look, 2 fathers up there now.
Yeah,
Keenan
that's
and
right.
Jarrell. Well done, lads. At least your swimmers are working. Freedies are actually currently out of use. He's got 40
Bro,
million
they
of
call
them.
me 40 mil on the streets. So, but yeah,
Yeah,
we
but
just,
no point having 40 mil if they ain't swimming, dog.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I just got to teach him to swim, y'all.
Put her upside down, use gravity,
Yeah.
champ.
Man,
Just
when I jack
fucking
off,
dip it.
I'm just like fucking like drowning in the shit now.
Just get a snorkel. Snorkel up. Trust me, it works.
I got a couple questions. So the first one is for Jolie and Dom. Steve. I don't want to say his last name, but he wants to know your favorite sex positions.
Doggy. Are you saying with Joel or?
Generic.
No, okay.
with your missus.
Oh,
Generic
yeah.
white boy. Fucking.
Just
dog.
anything where I don't have to fucking do anything, eh?
You would be a shit root.
But on the back,
You would be a fucking flop.
Joel's the starfish.
Yeah.
so Joel likes starfish and Dom likes doggy. I was
Polar
like, I was
opposites.
like, your favorite sex. Dom's like doggy. I didn't even know what I was gonna say.
Yeah. No. I didn't
We've
think
got
that one.
Ollie from Rugby League My Opinion. He goes start, bench, drop, Lockie or JT Cronk.
Start, Lockie, bench, Cronk, cut JT.
God, you're kidding.
cut
yourself.
JT.
That's me.
You're
I'd
fucking
say the same
really.
thing, yeah.
That's how they say.
I start Lockie, I bench JT, and I
No.
drop Cronk.
Not a
No.
chance.
Oh, you-
Kronk has fucking ice in his veins.
The fact that I don't want to say what I'm going to say.
That
because that's gonna
2015
be
grand
the-
final, JT fucking shit the bed. He's just like he had a fucking shot for drop goal from straight in front because Ben Hunt shit the bed also.
Cooper Cronk played in his career. He was 60% of the seasons he played, he was in a grand final, and he won like 6 of them.
I'm at a loss here, but I can't cut Cooper Cronk. Like, I know that.
And Cooper Cronk
it
did it
comes down
with
to-
2 teams, and he was
But
the
both
best
of you
player
said
in both
Lockyer.
teams.
I understand he's a freak, but I'm just JT. I mean, yeah, it's hard, eh?
Lockyer was the best player in the world in 2 positions.
That's it. That's always the
Like-
argument that I love.
Easily the best player in both positions.
Yeah.
He-
So
probably
they unfortunately, brother.
But if you're going someone that can break apart a game, that's JT, not
That's
Cronk.
Lockyer.
Yeah. Oh no, it's Lockyer first, right?
so that's
But-
why you start Lockyer.
Yeah. That's why Lockyer is the starter for everyone.
Yeah.
But then JT is that other that
But
X factor.
I think it
see,
comes down to a safety net for these boys. They'd rather have Cronk go out there and save the game than JT.
Yeah, but I'd rather Cronk's consistency of being the best halfback, like the best player on his team, the one that does everything.
he did.
But then you've also got JT, who was the best goal kicker in the world as well.
Yeah, but I don't need a goal
Well,
kicker because
that's-
I was
Darren
going to
Lock
say that's rich because Hazard Magic probably smoked him.
and
there.
Cam Smith was.
Yeah, but Haslam isn't in this list.
No,
Yeah, but
you said
Well,
best
if-
goal.
if-
You said
if
best
Haslam
goal.
was
Lo-
Lockyer, Haslam, and then we'll drop
but
the
they
other
can all
two.
kick
Yeah.
goals.
Yeah, they can all kick goals. Cronk kicked goals whenever he needed to. He
Yeah.
didn't need to because he was behind Smith and Latrell.
Lockyer hated doing it.
And Lockyer did. He was very good at it and just stopped because he didn't like it.
Yeah, well, he wasn't that good at it, but yeah, he
Yeah.
didn't enjoy
He was
it.
kicking almost 80%. He was like 78%.
Yeah, it's
on
because
his career.
he kicked about 6 goals. he got
He
4
kicked
out
it
of
like
6.
the first 6 seasons of his career, you dope.
He kicked heaps, yeah, and then
Yeah.
he quit and they just put fucking Corey Parker in there.
Young,
it
bald
wasn't.
Corey Parker.
If I could type fires, I was going to put in Lockyer's kicking career, but I can't get it up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm starting Lockyer, bench and Cronk.
Yeah,
Cutting
I'm
Thurston.
the same.
Okay.
So what are you? You're Lockyer.
I got Lockie and Thurston, and then I'm cutting Cronk.
Oh, at least we all agree on Lockyer.
Yeah.
Lockie's a king.
Yeah.
Look at a hard on for
He's
that
a
kind
king.
Yeah, but I just can't cut Cronk.
And also, he doesn't cheat on Jackie, you know? There's a new king in town. And supposedly he's
a
loyal.
new queen too. There's a new queen in town.
Kabuya.
Yeah.
Was that all the questions you had?
That's it, because I only put it
Doggy
on any
questions.
given Monday because Righty, if he puts it up on his, he usually gets a fair few questions.
He did share it. I
But
don't know
yeah.
if there's any questions on there. But
But yeah, we've been going for 70 minutes now, boys.
oh, righto.
Yeah.
I'll pull
Yeah.
that question. I was going to ask a question, but
No, ask a
I feel
question.
like
it
we
was
spend most of the time just talking shit.
it was a dog shit one anyway. I was just going to ask a shit one. To
No,
keep
but they're the
running.
best ones. Just talking shit.
How about
man.
quickly before we go, Ben Teo signed on with the Bronx again today.
Did he really?
So now we've got another 30,000-year-old cunt to add
Yeah.
with your boy Isaac Luke. Who,
Bentio last year, I was like, jump on a fucking treadmill in between games, eh?
It'd be nice to have
How
someone.
about
fit.
that one where he's up standing straight and old mate's already passed him?
Yeah.
Fucking on the inside shoulder. You're like,
So-
what happened, cunt? Where were you looking?
How do you? Okay.
rugby
How do you reckon the
union,
Bronx are
isn't
going to go? We've signed nobody.
I think we're back. I seriously think we're back in the top 8.
I think we're off the
probably
bottom.
Middle of the ladder somewhere.
We're off the bottom.
8, 9, 10.
Yeah, I reckon we're like in.
There's
8,
no way
10,
no way we finished lower than the Tigers or the Dragons. There's no way we finished lower.
The Dragons
than
just an old Broncos, 2018 Bronx,
and the Dragons
2008.
2010 Bronx.
2008 Bronx.
and Benny Hunt's Dragons captain.
Yeah, he's been touted as the new Dragons captain.
Nice, I like
Probably
that.
good. Put a bit more responsibility on him. Like, I don't know. I don't know if this is the right decision.
No.
With Cam McInnes gone, and he was leaving the club anyway, they probably should have named a new captain.
Yeah,
but
no
you,
more
you put more
Frizzell.
pressure on him. You've
Yeah.
seen him under pressure. He'll
I know.
probably drop every kick.
They've just gone through the ringer. They've no Frizzell. It's just James Graham left.
If anything, the best thing.
Fearless
Nice,
leader
yeah.
Jack DeBellin still not acquitted of being a rapist.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard.
Yeah.
What
Who
do you
were
do?
developing?
Yeah,
How do
well,
you-
Oh,
Corey
just-
Norman suspended. You got all your senior players are gone.
That
You've got
Corey Norman suspension was a load of bullshit too.
yeah, well, either way,
he
he's
knows
out.
the rules, man.
Right.
Yeah. Apparently he don't because he's suspended.
Dave
You know who
Bell
does
got
know
over
the
it.
rules? Black Justin Bieber. All the kitter.
Oh yeah, I know. He couldn't wear any more kit than that shit.
He's like he wears a YKTR shirt and then puts another one over the top just to make sure he double knows what's fucking shaking. Fuck, he's
Oh,
weird,
man.
isn't it?
So, Dom, you're playing fucking BRL this year. That
Mate, I haven't signed again. I still haven't signed with anyone.
Oh, okay. Because we've signed Jolie, so
You've signed him.
yeah, we've signed him.
Look,
he's locked and
Like,
loaded.
what contract you got him on? Because,
Don't worry about it, mate. You only know about it if you're looking at doing it.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah.
Nah,
All
I think
I know-
Mikey Stevens was going like pie and coke after every game. So
What's
Can
that?
a pie and a coke after every game. So I don't
Yeah.
know. Can you match that or?
Well, I can,
Pretty
I can match a different sort of coke. With a pie.
Yeah. Oh, right. Well, yeah. No. Funny enough, you asked that. I have to have an interesting conversation with my wife because I got offered a training trial down in Sydney.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on the weekend. So,
Who with?
I think it's Newtown Jets.
Newtown Jets.
Yeah.
Great club, yeah.
So I'm considering just going down for a trial and just see how I go, man, because my body is fucking shattered
Yeah.
after the weekend. Like, I don't know. I couldn't even breathe.
Dom's
Like,
also 1,000 years old.
yeah.
That sounds like kind of a conversation to have to.
How old are you, Dom? You're 28, aren't you?
Yeah. I just turned 29, mate. So,
yeah. Young as.
yeah, I got lots of
Isn't your birthday in July?
August, you fuckwit.
August. So you didn't just turn 29.
Oh,
You've been 29
yeah.
for a bit. You're almost
Just about
30,
to
bruv.
30.
Yeah, I guess last year I turned 29.
And the Jets feed to
Cronulla.
yeah.
yeah.
Bro, the Jets have...
Just Cronulla.
Yeah.
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 Well, in the Intrust Cup, they
They
have
won it
one
last year.
one side feed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They won it in the last.
No,
Last year, the year
well, not
before.
last year
Overtime.
because last
Yeah.
year there
won it
wasn't.
Year
overtime.
before.
And then,
And then they beat Burley.
in overtime
Yeah,
too.
they won the
That's
national.
right.
Oh, well, that side was so stacked. The amount of players that were in that Newtown side that have gone on.
Magulius.
Billy Magulius, Blake Brayley, Toby Rudolph, Jackson Ferris, Sione Katoa.
Yeah.
Fuck, there's just...
How-
Teague Wilton, there's...
How good is it
fucking
though
shitloads
that
of-
people just picking like they just I don't know people just picking random cup players and putting them in there on their play like your mate Josh Kerr, you love him, don't you?
He's a winger. He was always a winger when we were kids.
And then Rudolph
Yeah.
gone from Wrigley. They just
But bro, Toby
Yeah.
Rudolph, he sort of worked his way through.
Jamal Fogarty wasn't even
bashed
signed,
around.
and now he's the captain.
But that's the thing. You
Yeah.
always play. If you're a good enough athlete, you're always going to play to the level that you're amongst. That's
Yeah.
what I believe.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like we get frustrated when we're in. We're like it's my twilight years, and I'm playing open ones, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm just playing to the level that I'm playing at, and I don't understand why my team's playing so shit. Because West Michigan, we usually got a stacked side that I'm like, we should be beating cunts by 40, but you always just play at that level, and that's why if you're an individual and you go up to those high levels, you raise that bar, and you're amongst those cunts, you're playing to that level.
Well, some blokes just need to go. Like, as soon as you get a crack, there's been a lot of late bloomers. Young, well, not so young, Andrew Davey, the back rower, came from Parramatta. He got his start last year.
Take a piss, mate.
He's over at Manly now.
Yeah.
He just got his start. Cody Walker debuted at 26. Jamal Fogarty's just... Harry
27.
Harry Grant debuted at 23 or 24 or something a bit later. Like,
I'm old enough to be his dad, cunt.
Like,
So woo.
blokes are fucking... Blokes who debut later too usually have a fair bit of success.
When did you make
because
your cup debut?
They've been
Oh,
through
it's
it.
only not last year, the year before.
Yeah,
mate,
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
No,
I made my cup debut at like 23, 24, like later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of boys who make a later debut benefit from a little bit of knowledge.
Yeah.
They don't have to play as technically or as hard because they play a bit more technically. So
Yeah.
they don't have to play as hard.
Yeah.
Well, that's the same with once he gets NRL. I'll listen to a podcast with Topi Rudolph on it, and he said he learned a lot of the shitty. Once he got to NRL, he was like, all right, just keep doing what you're doing, run hard, tackle hard. And then he got in the league, and he said blokes like Aaron Woods, who's a bit more of an experienced campaigner, sort of pulled him aside and give him a few pointers. So he's been working on his game, and now he was one of the Sharks' better forwards last year. Just obviously still doing his base. Like, the base is what he started with, was running hard and tackling hard. But now he's adding a bit of footwork and a bit of ball work and stuff like that. And you pick that up.
You
And
can see him build on that.
and as a young fella coming in, you think, oh, I'll just run over this cunt. Whereas you don't see any really good old front rowers just trying to fucking single out and run over cunts. They're moving to spaces and fucking...
Yeah, finding the gap, trying to poke the nose through.
They're not trying to come in and fucking run over this young up-and-coming front rower. No one wants to come in and fucking find 18-year-old Payne Haas and run over him. No, fuck that. Aaron Woods is bouncing two sideways and hitting the halfback. You know?
Well, yeah, fucking no.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to a little bit more knowledge, but I think, some of those older fellas, they just like, they've got so much experience that they just go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They know what their body can do, so they just go, fuck it, just keep going.
And also they know how to utilize their energy. I think that's such a big thing.
Player management.
Exactly. Like
Spatial awareness.
Yeah, when to go hard, when to look like you're going hard, when to join into a tackle, but not, that
Just
person's
push 'em
giving 90% in that tackle, you can just roll with it. That's what I think. It's the expenditure of energy is a big one.
And you get you get dad strength too. Like,
Yeah.
once you get older in your career, like, even though everyone in the fucking NRL is fucking strong, tough cunt, like, some of these older boys, some of these older front rowers and older forwards, they just got that hardness about them that they've been in the league, been there, done that for that long.
That's like Matty Scott.
Yeah, he was just dad's strength.
Yeah.
There's a million blokes in the NRL who probably fucking push more weight than him and shit, but he fucking just
he's
strong.
just
And
dominant.
you can hit him with a fucking ton of bricks and he wouldn't even feel it because he's been hit with a ton of bricks 100 times, So
Yeah, it's put away at a stroke.
Yeah.
oh, I think he actually had a bleed on his heart. So get it right.
Yeah, he's so stroke.
Yeah.
But he's good now, though, yeah?
Yeah, he's
he
good
can-
now.
Fuck, did you see that thing on Carl Webb lately? Like
He's got fucking...
is it MS?
Is it motor neuron
Motor
disease?
neuron
Motor
disease,
neurons,
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
bloke.
I saw on the current affair, and it's affected him so much already.
See, I don't watch any TV.
Yeah,
I
way
literally
to
watch the
bring
footy,
this
so I miss all this
podcast
shit.
to a screeching halt.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but it sucks, man. Especially Carl Webb. You see him, you spent the fucking.
Spent the early 2000s watching him
bro.
belt Luke
One of the
O'Donnell
best.
and shit.
He's a Hall of Famer, Carl Webb.
Yeah.
He's a fucking
Yeah.
Hall of
Yeah.
Famer.
Watching him
Yeah.
shave the worst cue you've ever seen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The old Queensland rugby league logo into his
Yeah.
dome.
Fucking unit.
What a gangster.
Oh,
And he's like, they're like, oh, you're not like the best forward, but you're in the Queensland side because if someone starts, you're gonna fuck that cunt's
Yeah.
face in.
Well, that's pretty much how Papali got thrown in there. They threw him in there just the
Tough
first
cunt.
year to fight someone.
Yeah, take on Gallen.
To take on Gallen.
Yeah.
And then now look at him. He's the best forward.
Oh yeah, name a bigger revival story than Papali. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the biggest.
Best rig in the NRL. Papali.
Yeah, besides Ricky.
Yeah, besides Jordan Ricky.
Oh, yeah, I mean it's close, but
Yeah, Ricky.
I don't know, Corey Horsman's
can you
got a pretty good
link out your OnlyFans? I'm gonna pay for those $15 extra videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already follow your Insta, so we don't need that first stage. Just jump us straight into the
Yeah.
premium shit, dog. Yeah.
Dave Taylor, good. Another.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen his video recently?
Yeah.
Have you seen his video recently?
He's like, what is that bowling?
Migolo trunching up the fucking field.
But I just,
that video too, he's like grabbed
Yeah.
chip chase, thought he was going to get there. Fuck.
Yeah, and then he hit legs at about 3 kilometers an hour.
He's
who's
top speed.
the big white character in the Ghostbusters? He's just fucking
Michelin man.
yeah, like the Michelin man. He was just like him with the jersey on. I was like, holy shit.
He's
I didn't recognise him at first. And
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, that's Dave Taylor.
Yeah.
When he was playing at the Cutters, he blew out. And there was those videos cutting
Nah, it
around
was
of him.
Capras, wasn't it?
Yeah, Capras.
Yeah, Capras.
There's videos cutting around
Sinking the
of
cruisers.
him at 130 kilos and stuff. And now he's got to be
Oh,
$150, surely.
How do
yeah.
you get like that? Because
But
it wasn't even.
You know who they
12 months
ruined?
before he was playing for the Capras. He was with Canberra, and he was
Yeah.
shredded like a fucking
Yeah.
cheese grater. And now he's like,
He must have
The
real
fattest
slow
cunt you've ever
metabolism and fucking real bad diet and fucking.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
just
Yeah.
he's put it on the big dog.
All right, bro. Let's take this slut out. We've been going.
Where's Dane's missus going?
Oh yeah, she's got it tied up in the boot, gagged. So
I don't know why she hasn't texted me.
yeah, it's because she's fucking someone else right now. She waits till you go podcast. She's got yes, sweet. I can go fucking fags.
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 No.
All right.
Fags has got a missus. You can't say that about him. You can
Yeah,
say that
but-
about my missus, but don't say that shit about Fags,
Ah.
alright? Cut that shit out. It's
Okay.
getting old.
Hour 20, boys. Thanks heaps for coming on.
thanks for
Appreciate
having
it.
Thanks for having us.
Anytime. I'll let Dano do his thing. Take us out.
Thanks, boys. Thanks for coming on. Thanks, Freedy, for having us in your newly formed dungeon with this
"You sweet
this
casting
like
couch."
casting couch style thing. We'll send in an SOS if Freddie tries to lock us in here and have his way with us. But
I might get a job out of it.
Reaching out to Ricky if
If he wants to
yeah,
come to the casting
definitely for sure. Everyone jump on, subscribe to OnlyFans. We're going to play Pin the Cock on the Guest, and there should be a lot of fun. There's going to be minimal subscriptions, more only like $140 a month or something.
and next week Guy Hamilton.
Yeah, big Guy Hamilton coming on after his trial with Burley, and they give the Titans a touch up. He probably just like gave fucking Ash Taylor a bath all day, and put him to bed afterwards. But yeah, Guy on next week should be good. Chat. Thanks to the boys for coming on again.
Congrats to the Italy boys for
thanks
the
to Italy
win.
Rugby League for looking after them. They came back a few kilos overweight, but we'll sort that out. Thanks again to Freedy,
It's a
and
fucking biscotti.
Yeah.
make sure you don't be a mercenary, and we'll see you next week.